Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning. And if you are new here, please do like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out massively. So today's reading is, I'm being given about you asking me a question. So just think of a question right now, something that's really on your mind that you want an answer to, that you'd like some clarity on. And we're going to look into the answers to that question. Okay, so I've got some animal cards here. And I'm going to shuffle these just to give us a word as to what your question could be surrounding. Now, stay tuned. Even if it doesn't appear at first like this is for you, there could be some information in it, because remember, this is a collective reading. So there's more than one strand to this that could come through. So go and make yourself a cuppa, come and sit back down and watch this video. Okay, let's see what your question is about. What do you want to know? The Owl and Hop, wisdom. So this could be about something that you feel has been hidden from you, or in the darkness that's perhaps only just been illuminated. I feel like this is something that keeps you awake at night. You think about it a lot at night. Okay, we've got the snake and the fern as well with starting over. So this seems to, when you're busy during the day, I don't think you think about this too much, or perhaps you do a little bit, but not enough to really sort of it bother you. But then at night, you start to have these visions or thoughts of starting over, like you kind of visualizing yourself in a new life, in a different way, doing something completely different to where you are right now. Now, you don't have to admit that to me, obviously, if that is what is going on for you right now, but you can admit it to yourself if that is the truth, okay? So let's see what the runes are telling us about your question right now. What is your question? What do you want to know? We have Wyrd. You're looking for joy and happiness. You're looking for some excitement here. And this is what your question is about. It's about your excitement, something that brings you a lot of joy. Let's have a look. So for some of you, this could actually be to do with a relationship. Your question is about a relationship. Oh, dropped it. We have Fehu. This is feeling a gladness, feeling like something that kind of completes you, is a bit like that 10 of Cups kind of energy, which is fulfillment, you know, fulfilling a particular desire. And Gebo, I can't believe this. You've basically got pretty much all the runes you could have that bring about a harmonious relationship, a balance between masculine and feminine, wealth, excitement. Oh, it's got a really lovely feeling to it. This is bringing balance. And I feel like this, what you're feeling at night, is almost like grief or longing. It's like longing for this life, for this relationship, for this someone to step into your life, I feel, and give you all the love that you desire and the excitement that you desire as well, in many ways. And what you feel is holding you back from that, I feel, is about your own wealth. So the wealth within you, what is holding you back there? So maybe at the moment you don't feel you're in the right kind of work, or you don't feel you're in the right kind of environment. You just don't feel stable in your energy as to your environment, is what I'm feeling from this. And you feel that is holding you back from being able to manifest this love into your life. So let's see then, this wisdom, this situation that's going on. Let's see what the card represents your question is on here. Yeah, you're feeling very burdened. It's almost like you feel like you've got this journey that you want to take. You know, you've got things that you want to do. You've got passions that you want lit up, but you feel like you've got all this stuff to deal with first. It's almost like, you know, it's like, looks like two people. I mean, I know there's one person there and an ox or cow or whatever it is there, okay? But it's almost like you're carrying a lot of stuff that perhaps isn't yours anymore. And I can see you kind of unpacking this stuff and giving it back to where it came from. So that's part of this starting over, okay? You're shedding a skin. Right now, you are shedding a skin from the past. You're letting go of that. But every now and then, especially at night, I feel like it haunts you. It kind of makes you wonder whether actually, have I unpacked that? Have I let go of that? And a part of you, the comfort zone part of you, feels like you want to go back to something that feels that comfort. You know, kind of fills a void, but isn't actually what you really want. Whereas another side of you wants to kind of let go of that. Let it go. Give it back and let it go and move forward. But the space that creates is different for you. It's not uncomfortable, but it's new. And it's very difficult to deal with that. I can only relate that to, and forgive me if this doesn't resonate with you or you don't really understand this, but any women here who've had children would understand this. So when you are carrying a baby and all your organs are pushed up and you've got no space here, obviously no men are going to understand this whatsoever other than what their partner has said, but everything's all squashed up here. Now, once you have a baby, suddenly it's like you can breathe again because all of those organs are allowed to sort of like have space again. And there's a weird feeling to it, a weird feeling of like, I can actually take like a really deep breath, okay? And sometimes that can feel strange, weird. And this is kind of where you're at, is whenever you try and unpack this stuff, there's suddenly this space that you're feeling, especially around your solar plexus, and you're like, whoa, that feels weird. I better pack some stuff into there. So you could call that your karmic cycles, if you like. You know, the things that you do that create and have consequences. And right now you're between keeping that held there because it feels like it's holding something up, or letting it go and just trusting the process of everything going where it needs to be and everything being as it needs to be. I hope that makes sense. So that's your current question at the moment, is, you know, it's like, how do I unpack this? How do I let go of this? Okay, so we're getting a lot on here we've got the devil in reverse on there. So this is kind of like, it is about breaking chains. It's about letting go and leaving something behind that's been holding you chained for some time. Now that might be difficult because you may have some sentimental attachment to it. There may be some emotional attachment to it, or you may have been through something quite heavy that's, you know, you're not quite able to allow yourself to fully feel the emotion of that. But I feel like you are starting to realize the impact that this has had on you. So what is that impact that this has had on you? Okay, the impact that it's had on you is about keeping hold of your truth, almost like you don't feel like you've been able to express your truth. Maybe that's for fear of losing something, or maybe that is through fear of just that's never been the norm for you. So that's different for you to be able to do that. But you've come to a point now where you want balance. You want things to be equal. You want things to be truthful and just. And you've come from a place where things haven't been, and you've kind of, it's like a very gamey environment that you've been in previously, and now you're unpacking that, you're letting go of all of that. But there is this kind of feeling of, am I going to be accepted though without any of that, you know, because that's been a major player in your life for such a long time. It's making you question, do you have the ability to move forward with this integrity, with this truth? Okay, not to say that you're an untruthful person or don't have integrity, but this particular situation that I feel is to do with love, if I'm honest, it's to do with relationships. You've been around situations where there's always been a gameplay, there's always been a one-upmanship or competition, and you're coming into a point now where you're realising, actually, I want to start over, and I want to start over with harmony. I want to start over with a balanced giving and receiving. somebody here wants marriage. Somebody here wants to have a love in their life that can hold that heart of yours and bring a balance of wealth, okay? So not just wealth in terms of money, but wealth in terms of, like, you know, emotional balance, physical balance as well. It needs to be physical for you, I feel. You know, there has to be intelligence there, and just a real balance of things that you like, equal give and take. Because, yeah, there's been this sort of energy of catching yourself actually thinking, maybe I should just be on my own. Maybe I should just do everything by myself and keep away from those that might try and hurt me, because that's what you've known before, is you've been betrayed before, you've been hurt before. So you've kind of illuminated around yourself. You're asking yourself this question: should I just be on my own, or should I be in a relationship? And it's interesting because the cards are kind of showing here about how you feel you don't have the capability to be in a relationship, but deep down it's really what you want. There is a lot of heartbreak there, and that was actually that way around. I've just turned it over. There's heartbreak over something that I feel you're missing. This is sentimental attachment to something that you're grieving over right now. And Gebo can actually relate to that kind of grief, that feeling of like, this hurts, this really sucks, and it really hurts. And this is why you want to start over, but it means detaching from something that's really been quite raw and deep within you. And that's difficult because, you know, owning that truth, finding that balance is very difficult, because sometimes we attach ourselves to things sentimentally because of fear that we're never going to find that again. But what if what you find is actually even better than that? So why don't we have a look at that now, shall we? What's coming next for you? What is coming next for you? So I got this sense that you feel this at night mostly, but most of the time you're quite peaceful. Most of the time you feel quite peaceful about things, and you're very grateful for your life. You're very grateful for what you have in your life. Okay. So what is next for you is actually very fortunate. I do see loyalty, working together, and inspired action. There is a lot here that is fortunate, empowering, balanced, very grounded, very earthy energy as well. There's like earth and fire. So you could be earth or fire sign going on here. Maybe that's in you, or it could be in somebody that you are manifesting into your life as well. Now, this could be something that you've already been working on. So it could be something that you're kind of like, sometimes I see this as like traffic lights, even though they're not in the right order, are they? It's like red would be there. But it's almost like you're waiting for the green light. You're waiting for the green light to show in order to move forward with this. And as soon as it does, you're going to start to feel that passion, that inspiration, that drive to move forward. But I feel like there is something already in your life that kind of does bring that inspiration, that passion, and loyalty as well. Loyalty, and you feel like a lot of wealth around this. Like it almost makes you feel safe. And this is why this is why Wunyo is here, because I feel like when Wunyo arrives in a reading, it's usually the energy of a new relationship has actually started to come in. Okay, so it's almost like if this hasn't already started in your life, then it soon will. So if this has already started in your life, you might be feeling a little bit like, what if the old me comes back? What if I mess things up? Or what if this happens, or I get betrayed again? Or, you know, this is why you're probably keeping awake at night, or overthinking these things at night. When I say overthinking, what I mean is you're thinking heavily about these things, and it could be blocking you from actually unpacking it. Okay, so if you are already in this new energy, this new relationship, like a honeymoon phase of something, just make sure that you are being truthful. Just keep telling the truth. Just say, like, you know, look, I don't want to add in my previous experiences, but this is how I'm feeling right now. And I just want to be truthful. I just want to be honest. Just want to be open. And that's going to help you to kind of feel secure in this. But this is what's coming for you. This is what you're manifesting right now, is this stability, this green light, this ability to make something work in the way that you want it to work, collaboration, teamwork. And it brings a lot of inspired action. You know, I can see this energy of like passion, drive. You know, it's almost like it feels like a couple that you do your own thing. Like, some people really don't understand what it is about you guys. They don't understand, you know, why you live the way that you do, but it works for you. So you're going to be either meeting somebody like that, or you already have met somebody like that that works for you. So when is this going to happen? Or has it already happened? Okay, interesting. So if you are currently going through something right now where you feel you are, you have some desires or maybe some addictions or something. So perhaps maybe you could be very heavy on the alcohol right now, or very heavy into some kind of substance, or just something that you're kind of obsessing over or stuck in. You're not lying to yourself anymore. You're acknowledging what needs to go. And you are breaking chains of things that need to go right now. Now, in doing that, you're actually making plans towards something much more solid and grounded. Can you see all the roots coming down through here? So it's almost like you're taking your solar plexus and you're replanting it, repotting it. You know, when you take like a plant that's outgrown its pot and you need to put it in a bigger one. It's a bit like that right now. And the devil energy in reverse here is kind of suggesting that you've outgrown some aspects, that a version of yourself that worked for you at that point, okay? So don't knock yourself for where you've been with that. You know, it could have been very lustful energy or anything like that. It worked for you at the time, but now you feel like it doesn't work for me. It's surface level. It's not deep enough. You want some deeper soil. You want some deeper earth so that you can grow something more substantial that has more potential to bring fruits, to bring wealth. Okay. So this is what you're doing, right? This is when this is coming in for you. So if you've already started to do this, then you will already be planting that seed. You'll already be feeling the roots taken in that soil. But if you haven't quite made it yet into releasing what this is, and you will know what this is, what you need to do. When you start to do that, that's when you're going to bring this in. That's when you're going to notice it coming in fully. And then you'll be like, okay, here comes my reward, which is good. Intuitively, you know already what it is that you need to do. You already know where this is coming from. And I feel that you are a very intuitive person yourself. And there's something about this that's going to really open you up more through your intuition. It's almost like I can feel it working very heavily in your solar plexus, but very heavily in Ajna chakra as well. So this is like the brow center, breaking through illusion, following your inner tutor, that inner intuition, okay? I definitely see you doing that. You might be working closely with the moon cycles right now. Maybe that's new for you. Perhaps you've started watching something or doing something that's sort of like you're collaborating with something where it's like, yeah, you know, the moon cycles are actually very important here. I keep hearing like satin and lace and stuff like that. Very interesting. Yeah, you've had to let go of a lot of stuff from the past, I feel, to bring you where you are right now. So the question that you had in your head originally, this could have been about like letting go of what you think things should look like, how you think a relationship should be, what you think your job should be like, because it's creating a lot of tense energy, anxious energy at night for you. And it could be affecting your dreams. And I feel like maybe something has come through in a dream that's made you realise a different way. So let's get your final outcome here, shall we? What is the final outcome here on your question? Owls could be significant for you. You might be hearing owls or seeing owls a lot. That could be something to kind of be symbolic about, like, when you hear them at night and you're thinking about this particular question, you're like, oh yeah, okay, it's kind of telling me to, this is what I need to do, is work on this obsession, this sort of addiction, or the energy that you know you've got a pattern to, that it's that needs to change in order for you to manifest this. And the outcome here is that you are going to have victory over this, and it's going to be very quick. Once this happens, it's going to be quick, and it's going to bring a lot of flexibility to your life, a lot of balance, a lot of joy and fun. I see a lot of fun around you as well. The colour orange is very significant. It's almost like sunsets, sunrises are very important in this connection. So this with you, with this other person that you're going to be getting with, something begins magically around a sunrise or a sunset, okay? There's something about that energy that you're going to have like a really magical moment with this person around that. And it's when you'll know things are in balance, things are feeling harmonious. In that moment, just everything will feel like it's all come together and it's all been for a purpose, okay? But this is going to happen quite quickly once you start detaching from things that hold you back from it. Let's get one last card to finish this reading off for your question. Okay, I'm actually going to put those back because half the pack came out. So let's finish this off for your question. Now this keeps coming out, the Five of Swords. You're going to have to be really sort of taking yourself out of your head for this to manifest, because there's still an element here of you being so stuck in your head over this. You keep going over and over and over different roles, different scenarios, role-playing different things. That's not helping you to move forward here. And maybe that's part of that devil energy in reverse. It's like maybe you're obsessing over this thought, perhaps a little bit too much. There's a choice that needs to be made. So that needed to come out, that needed to be said. Okay, this has come out twice now as well. So yeah, we have the Page of Wands. There's a lot of wand energy, which is very passionate, fiery energy, inspired, enthusiastic energy, okay? There is so much about this that is bringing a new inspiration, a new inspired thought and action, which I feel is actually going to lead to a lot of wealth in terms of like how you are living. And like we said at the beginning, part of this is about you not feeling fully in your foundation, if you like. It's like you feel like your foundation is a little bit rocky on that, and that might be holding you back from other areas of your life. But right now, and the outcome of this is good. It's inspired action, and that it's inspired. We've got the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands, okay? Now, this is a messenger, and this is what the messenger actually creates. So there's somebody, I feel, this person that you're going to be getting with, if you're not already with them, they're very inspirational. They bring a lot of inspiration, a lot of joy, a lot of lighter, higher vibrational energy into your life. And you're maybe not used to that, but you're starting to accept it more because you're unpacking what is taking up space here. You're unpacking what takes up space here so that you can create space for more of this lighter, higher vibrational energy, okay? And yes, there might be a period of feeling uncomfortable because it feels different, but it will feel good as well. So if that resonates with you, if that answered your question, then please do leave a little emoji in the comments. My details are in the description box. So if you did decide that you wanted to go into this further for your own personal reading, then please do get in touch for that. If you want to ask any more questions around this, I can answer your questions for £10 per question, and I can respond to those within like a couple of hours as well. So I hope you are doing really well. I hope that this reading finds you well, and I will speak to you all very soon. Have a blessed evening.